thoughts and wisdom with Magi Micah. Grand Rising Divine Family, I am Brother Kim Wei, and today we got jewels to drop on you, as always, Ashe. Today's video is about the etymology of you, and how to apply this very important key to everything you encounter. But what does etymology mean? The word etymology is defined as the history of linguistic form, such as a word, shown by tracing its development, since its earliest recorded occurrence in the language where it is found, by tracing its transmission from one language to another, and by analyzing it into components and parts, and then by identifying its cognates in other languages, or by tracing it and its cognates to a common ancestral form in an ancestral language. Okay, family, that was a lot of literal semantics, but this is how we currently define the word per the Merriam-Webster's conglomerate. But in layman's terms, etymology is the origin of words, things, or natures. For example, let's start with you. We can take this two ways. The first being as the actual word, you, Y-O-U, which has its origins in Old English, with the word yow dating back to the accusative plural of thou, and in objective cases, ye or yea, going back to Germanic Jews and Old Norse, jor, Old Saxon, Yao, Old Frisian, Yue, Middle Dutch, U, and Old High German, U, etc. Pronunciation of U and the nominative form, ye or yea, gradually merged in the 14th century. The distinction between them passed out of a general usage by the 1600s. Widespread use of the French language in England after the 12th century gave English you the same association as the French vous, and it began to drive out singular nominative thou, originally as a sign of respect similar to the royal we when addressing superiors, then equals and strangers, and ultimately by 1575 becoming the general form of address through the 13th century. English also retained a dual pronoun, you too, or your. This brings me to the next point, your name, which can be described or used to describe or call you. Your nature or name, which describes you. But what then is nature and its origin? Nature is the physical world and everything in it, such as plants, animals, mountains, oceans, stars, etc., per the dictionary, or things that are not made by people. Furthermore, nature is also the way that a person or animal behaves, i.e., the characteristics or personalities of a person or animal. So then it would describe who and what we are, even if indirectly. So what does this mean? This means you, a natural person or animal in nature, you have an inherent attachment or likeness to whatever your name is, either given to you or the one that you don, as a colonial name or an ancestral name. We tend to embody these names as a fish would embody water or any other fluid medium, although they may not all be suitable for the fish. It could theoretically swim in the fluid nonetheless. And so the point is made, you may not fit the figurative fluid. Have you ever thought your name doesn't describe you? Maybe you're of ancient African descent with a European name, or maybe you're a male with a female name, or maybe your name has value to you and you actually love it. In any of these cases, you are a multifaceted being without worldly titles, naturally in the metaphysical realm. But yes, in this plane, the solely physical realm, we use them out of subordinates, meaning you had had no real opinion or choice in choosing your name, or out of convenience and simplicity. For example, giving someone the name Rose, Rosa, or Rosie because you can't pronunciate or understand the name Rosa Maria. But in reality, the word you should mean your own universe, because you are endless potential, thought, energy, awareness, and consciousness that is experiencing itself in this very moment. This experience and moment are timeless for all entities involved, for with each fleeting second, the very cells within us are dying and being consistently, if not perpetually, resurrected. This video is made to teach arcane wisdom through you and your own perception of the world that you're in. Do not allow anyone to limit you or your thoughts by using titles, because in reality, this is your reality, and your reality is whatever you make it. Cosmic love.